Hey guys, welcome back to Bacon's Bass Place. I'm Aaron Bacon, and today we are continuing with our part 2 of our 100 basic slap bass patterns, also known as 50 basic slap bass patterns, part 2, and we are going to do them. Yes, we have them to do. Okay, so if it's your first time to my channel, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're going to be doing more of these videos. We got lots of patterns and other cool slap bass videos to come, and we have lots on my channel already, so go check some of those out. Today we are doing pattern number 74, and it is kind of an awkward one. I almost skipped this whole pattern today because it's originally, if you guys look back at the part 1 of this series, there's a whole section about certain combinations that I would not include in my algorithm, right? Like 2 pops in a row is something that I wouldn't do, or 3 slaps in a row, for example. But I decided to challenge myself in this one and to challenge you guys to do these ones that I think are really awkward. And I've actually been finding a few ways that I've actually found kind of tricks around doing certain things, like going from a slap to a pop while you're changing strings down is totally weird, and I never did that before, but I kind of figured if you turn it this way and you kind of do like a little motion, you can actually kind of get it. So I'm really practicing that one more, and it's starting to show me the benefits of trying these things that I think are really awkward and kind of difficult, and that I would typically not try and actually incorporate too much because it's weird and awkward, like this pattern today, number 74. We're going to do it. It's open, pop, hammer, pop. It's very similar to a double pop, okay? Or not to a double pop, but to having 2 pops in a row, okay? Because there's a difference between a double pop and 2 single pops. But the thing that kind of is a little bit forgiving on this is having the hammer on in the middle of it, right? Because it's not 2 directly. So you have a bit of space. You have a bit of time where your left hand is doing a hammer on to set up your next pop, okay? If you guys haven't figured it out already, the reason I don't like to have 2 pops in a row is because it interferes with the setup phase, right? To have 2, I need to do another setup. And you guys know that my biggest trick for reducing the amount of movements that you're going to do when you're slapping is incorporating the setup phase of your pop into the downstroke, into your slap, okay? So what that means, when you do your slap, you don't land with your pop way out here, then you have to set it up to do a pop. That's 3 motions, okay? 1 slap, 1 setup, and 1 pop. How we can reduce that from 3 to 2 movements is by setting your pop up at the same motion, at the same time as you do your slap. So when you do your slap, your other finger already lands set up under the string, ready to go. So you just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, it's not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So that whole concept is kind of what makes doing 2 pops in a row awkward for me, because there isn't a slap in between in which you can hide the setup phase of the subsequent pop in, right? So when we do that, the hammer-on, it doesn't really provide us a motion to hide the setup phase in like the slap does, where you do the slap and that same motion sets up your pop. Doing a hammer-on doesn't really do that. When you do the hammer-on, your popping finger is still like floating around out here somewhere. But it's a little bit forgiving because at least you have that 1 note's worth of time to get your finger set up, okay? So you can do it. It's just, it's not as natural as that. The other trick that I like to do with that is pop this, pop this. If you guys can see, I'll stand up here, maybe you guys can see. Okay? That means index finger, hammer on, middle finger. Okay? It's a little awkward. If you guys will look at my video on the double pop problem, you'll see that I explain this thing where I don't only pop with this finger when I'm doing a double pop, but to get the clearance so that my second finger doesn't mute the pop that the first finger did. When I pop my first finger, I'm actually pushing my second finger away from it as well. So it's not just 1 motion, it's 2 motions in 2 fingers, okay? So to get this, I'm kind of doing that same thing. When I'm popping with both fingers in something like this, I'm kind of, when I pop that first one, I have to make sure that my second finger doesn't like mute the string that I'm trying to do the hammer on, or it won't work, okay? So you have to push that second finger away from it so it doesn't meet the hammer-on. Then you can do it, okay? And then you just groove it. Alright, and you work on it, okay? So again, another short video for you guys. Let me know down below if you guys like the shorter videos, and I'll do more of them. If you don't, then I will do longer videos. I've had luck right so far. I think around the 10-minute mark seems to be your guys' favorite length of video. But I'm just trying to cram pack a whole exercise into just boom, boom, boom. Here's what it is, how you do it. Go try it, let me know. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.